G'day, morning, Reverend. It's 3:50 in the morning, West Coast time. It's the 3rd of December, 2024, and I'm losing it. So much for the trip over to the school today to get the damn paperwork printed up that I'm going to need for my tax paperwork. My dog was doing some things last night that I thought she scared the hell out of me, Rev. She scared the hell out of me on the situation here. It's like her inner ear problem happened in one particular side of her ear on the right side, and it made her walking around like crazy. And normally when she does that, I would hear her, and she would let me know what's going on. She'd whine about it. She wasn't doing that last night. Normally she'd be worrying about it and stressing herself out about it. And I had to hold her for a minute or two, just calm her down, hopefully, and then get her covered up. I did that a few times last night. She's sleeping okay. She's snoring. It's a good sign. Anytime, anytime when she's in a deep sleep like that and she's snoring, I take advantage of it. Either I sleep through it or try to get a few things going without her warning her where I am. She'll wake up groaning, and then she'll whine when she wakes up. She's doing that in her old age. Old parts groan and moan. But she's got me worried, and she had me stressed out so much last night that I'm making a decision of not going over to the school today. I don't know about tomorrow, but today, just to make sure that she's going to be all right. I got to call my taxi company and let them know what's going on and I got it canceled. The personal situations. I don't have to give them a reason. I just can schedule and cancel it. But the thing is, my dog. I'm not trying to use her as an excuse for anything, but I am taking care of her the best I can, and I'm losing it. I slept a little bit here and there, maybe about an hour or an hour and a half here and there, so it's not much. At this time, I'm supposed to get myself ready to go out in the cold. It's a little above freezing, but it's still cold as hell. When a neuropathy is kicking in, I would feel it in the feet, but I'm also going to be feeling it in the hands a great deal on this one. I got gloves, they'll help, but it doesn't help me with the stress level of worrying about my dog. That's why I've got to stay up until time when I start taking calls. So I call dispatch and let them know what's going on. Cancel today's run. Get Thursday if I had to. Back over to the campus. And this is not about the fear of the campus going back over there. I'm more worried about Mama than I am about the damn campus, what it looks like, and what psychological effects it's going to have on me at this point. It's a hell of a way trying to deny the damn thing, but to me, I got to hold true to that one. It's not a lie. I know it's going to be a shocker, and then I got to get used to the damn campus, and that's one thing. These are the kind of things I would probably talk to my therapist about this one, if she ever comes back from the damn strike, and if they actually solve the damn strike in the first place. God bless it. Now I'm getting angry about the damn thing. How many more people depend upon these therapists that we use and utilize out here? A great deal. And I'm a guy who never liked dealing with a therapist in the first place, but I need them these days. That's the reason why I keep talking to you is because I'm using you as a de facto. Just as a sounding board if you're listening to the thing so I can get this stuff off my chest. I know I still got to do the paperwork. I still got to do the footwork. I have to do the work. I don't deny that. And I miss my friend so I can talk with her about the situation. And I'm angry a bit. I'm angry at the insurance company and the unions to decide they're going to screw around with my life like this, and everybody else for that matter. Holy vey. It almost feels like I need to go on a tangent on this one. Go on a tirade. I'm worried. I'm scared. I'm losing it somehow. And yeah, that makes me very concerned. Now I got to depend upon pills, motions, notions, lotions. God knows what else I got coming out. I don't want to do that. It's like I'll have to be dependent upon that or anything else just to get me through it, just to tide me over. And I don't want to go through that damn thing either. Pisses me off. I have to depend upon artificial means to get me through stuff. Now I know I'm in trouble. I'm not doing that. It's the main reason why I never liked medical establishment in the first place. They don't know how to treat things except by chemical. And I missed dealing with therapy when I was growing up as a kid because I didn't think I needed it. No one ever diagnosed me. No one ever said that, John, you need help. Yeah, no kidding. So what are you going to help me with? John, you got to talk to some people about this. All right, what are we doing? John. Yeah, what are we doing? But you know, nobody ever put me through a therapy session as much. The only times I actually been through therapy, if I remember correctly, is a workers' comp situation where I had the therapist over to tell me, leave home. I had 6 scheduled therapies. 6. That's like every 2 or 3 weeks I'd meet the therapist. And she would tell me, first 2 times, I'm okay, I'm getting over it. I think her name was Donna Novelli. Long time ago I had her. She must have been in her 30s, and I'm in the young 20s, and didn't know my ass from a hot rock. I was getting off of a workers' comp job stress situation going on. Ticked me off a bit. I worked at a job for 4 years, doing retail hell, cashiering, training, reception, office back work. Trying to get in the credit department so I can process the paperwork over there and get a feel for operations. I didn't want to be a salesperson. I didn't want to push shit down people's throats. They lived on commissions and spiffs. No, thank you. Give me hourly. Give me hourly. My paycheck would be dependent upon an hourly paycheck. We had management change left and right. We had different cash office manager or different operations manager, and by the time I got out of there, we had a cash office manager who set me up. Stole money, blamed it on me, and I got kicked out. Then I discovered it was the guy who stole money, not me. But I didn't get a chance to go back in there. And when they started to tell me I was going to be off for about 3 days before they make a decision, I was out there getting an attorney for the workers' comp job stress situation. We actually had it out here in California. It's a lot harder these days. And this happened back in the early 90s, about 91. And during that time, it gave me opportunity to get medical and also psychological. A doctor, a shrink, he prescribed Xanax. And then six visits that were only authorized. No more. Just to deal with the shit I dealt with. Yeah. I was young and I was supposed to have all that many problems. I could talk with her about anything. And this last session, she was talking to me about, I got to get out of home. It's about time. You're a young man. You're this age over here. You're supposed to do this, and you're supposed to do supposed. According to what she said, I couldn't deal with it. Yeah, there goes the coffee pot. Mother's milk. Oh boy. Sorry about the long wait. I had to get mother's milk. I mean, I already talked with the issue with the therapist about what was going on, and after that, she wanted me to leave, and I said no. Well, I didn't tell her no, but I listened, talked to the family, and said, okay, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving home. That's no way in hell I'm leaving home. I stayed with Smile all the way until she passed away, and that was decades. Too damn afraid to go out there on my own and deal with life and life streams. I was already scared enough anyway. But after that, I was just dealing with one thing after another thing after another thing, and maybe I would have given a therapist a little bit more meat to chew on, but back then I didn't have that much. Didn't have that much activity driving people crazy, except for me being fearmonger, resentment, and anything else that I had to discover decades down the road. Now I can get to talk to a therapist and give them all damn juicy dirt. But these days I had to seek it out. I mean, these days I had to seek out the therapy. If I had the therapy back then, it would have helped. I don't know. Helped a little bit, but not much. I still had a resentment against the company, and I had a resentment against the guy. Funny thing about a year later, I'm working at a temp assignment, and I come across a guy. Oh, wait a second. It had to be about 2 or 3 years after that. Circuit City was in the process of shutting down during that time. And I come across the same asshole. I recognized him. I just couldn't remember his name. But after we did a little talk, shook hands, pleasantry, then I started remembering him. I'm like, you're the bastard to set me up, you asshole. Oh man, I was pissed off after that. But he'd already disappeared. He'd already gone. You know. Didn't apologize or anything. Acted as if almost I knew him as an employee and as a coworker. But that was the guy who set me up. Still money out of my damn register and then blame it on me and expect me to be friends with your ass. I'm sorry. I don't want backstabbing bastards. Yeah, that's really got me started on the backstabbing bastards. This is the kind of stuff I'd talk to a therapist about, trying to get past the anger and resentments at this point. This is the kind of stuff I'd throw it on a fourth step page and either take amendments of this thing or just pray for the bastard and get moving on. Yeah, touch of the anger and resentment on this one. It's 4:05. I got less than an hour before I get to deal with Dial-A-Ride, and I have to. I still have to make sure she's going to be okay. Is she going to be okay for tomorrow? I don't know, but I'm going to make that judgment call tomorrow. If I can't walk it up. Somebody trying to tell me upstairs that I got something to do? Nice way of scaring the crap out of me, guys. A lot of weight added to this thing. And then everything else goes collapsing left and right. But still, I know I need to get the damn paperwork going. So I guess tomorrow I know where I'm going. No. I know where I'm going tomorrow, and that is over to the school to see what the hell's going on, so I can get it going. I gotta walk it. I gotta walk it. It takes the decision out of me right there. But for right now, I'm still worried about my dog, and I'm entitled to worry about my dog because she is my dog. Some people probably think of it as a money situation. No, she's family. That's what I think of as family, and I'm worried. Okay, I'm struggling, and I'm losing it. The hardest thing for me to do is go out and look for help. I've gotten so self-reliant and doing things my own way that asking for help is almost, I don't know, it's like hitting bottom at this point and I need help and I can't do it alone. I had to do that when I was in 12 step. Difference back then and difference now. Or I went with my brother to a lot of 12 step meetings. I didn't want to admit I had a problem. He had the problem. As long as I heard the stories filtering through, it didn't click that I may have been one of those people that had been affected by alcoholism and stuff. The mere notion I got a damn disease running through my damn genetics, or even through my behavior to make me act like a damn asshole. But I saw how my brother changed. Guy going into the Navy was full of hope, comes out of a broken man. I don't blame the Navy. There's some choices he brought into the damn thing. Because after I saw him going into the program, I heard a lot of things coming out of him that I never knew about. I never knew about him. I grew up with the guy and I still didn't know him. My big brother, I lived with him for all my life and I still didn't know the bastard. What was this? Who is this guy? It's not until I had to hit my own bottom. And I had to go through the program myself that I had learned. I had been made aware, I had the epiphanies. And I started listening. I was a broken man. I had a lot of anger, resentments, and everything else, and a lot of fear. A lot of fear. I still do. I still do, Rep. And I don't know what the next step is supposed to be. In the 12 step, you find the power greater in yourself that could restore you to a level of sanity somehow. To paraphrase. You're a broken piece of crap and you're powerless over alcoholism and a damn disease. You can't believe that there's a power greater in yourself and you turn your life and your will over to that care power. And then you got to make a list of amends to do. Anybody that you hurt, you put it into a list. And you find somebody and you tell them. And then the fun part was trying to go out there and make restitution, whatever it took, until that person was satisfied. I didn't get a chance to do a lot of my amendment process. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that even people that go through counseling sessions would have to do. Find the people that you hurt, see if you can make amends with them. Yeah, I got that. I did a few of them. Not all of them. Don't know where the hell the rest of the list is. I gotta make a new one for that one. I'm supposed to have a sponsor with that one too. I lost a lot of them, I guess. Without being in contact with them, I have to be in contact with them. They're not checking out with me because they have too many sponsees. I had to check in with my sponsor to let them know what was going on. I'm like, shit, what? I can't talk to him. He can't call me up to see what the hell's going on. Not one of them did. So yeah, that's a resentment I got against that situation. I still got to work on. But these are the kind of psychological things I'd talk to a shrink about. I don't mean to dump this stuff on you. I needed a sounding board, probably a baseball bat upside the head. Well, sometimes I can be stubborn, pain in the ass, and pig-headed at times. Probably a Gibbs slap upside the head to remind myself what things I need to do and take care of myself. That's why I have to stay up until 5 o'clock and make the cancellation, then see how she's going to do and how she's dealing with it. If she's still snoring or groaning, at least I know she's still alive. After that, I don't know. It scares the hell out of me. But I got to make the cancellation call anyway to cancel out the dial-a-ride, because if I don't, I get penalized for it. They got a penalty thing going on with the transportation. Either don't do it in the right way, you get denied services. They got it posted on their website for that one, buried, but it's in there. Rules of etiquette. I'm pretty decent on the rules of etiquette for these guys. But taking care of my mama, oh God, I'm trying to calm it down, Rev. I really am. I'm trying to see that her needs are met, but I know I got my own needs to meet as well. And yeah, sometimes it's not as fair. Sometimes I let these things go and slide to a point where I'm playing catch up on it. And then I start cursing and cussing at myself. And hating myself even worse because I'm not doing it in a timely manner. And when it comes down for bureaucracy, especially dealing with financial situations, I mean, IRS will let you slide, but a franchise tax board, these guys. Oof. My mother hated working with these assholes. She did. She'd run her bookkeeping income tax business. She had to represent her clients. And she had to deal with the IRS. And the IRS is a lot more pleasant than a franchise. Franchise says, "Where's our money? Where's our money? Do you owe me money? Where's my money? I'm going to get you." This scares the hell out of me. But they require bureaucracy that we have to follow through. And what pisses me off at this point over here is if I had heard about the closures a couple of weeks ago, I would have gotten the damn paperwork in time. I was letting the damn thing slide until it was well too late out here in Roseman. The only place that got a printer available for the public to use is in a damn library. And they're going to go through renovations, which means I got no access to it. I got to go somewhere else miles away from Mama. This would have been a no-brainer. Me going over to the library to get it done within an hour, come back, Mama would be okay. No, I got to do about 3 or 4 hours stint at this point. It's going to be like a day thing for me. Get up early enough, get on a dial-a-ride, get over to a bus stop, Get the bus all the way down to Lancaster. Get over to the college. The bus will get me over to the doorstep over there. Find a WEPA station, no problem. Get the printer going and money already paid in the system. I don't have to worry about that. And then wait about another hour or two before I can get back home. And then maybe, if I'm lucky enough, get a transportation from Dial-A-Ride again to get me home. But that'll be like 5 or 6 hours. And during that time, I don't know what would happen with my mother during that time. You're talking about really putting your faith in Justin God at this point. I feel like I'm screwing it up today. And after what I was hearing last night, it's got me rattled. That's why I'm on a blithering tear this morning. I thought I was going to be... I thought. No, not at this point. How to frickin' drive you crazy today? Being a responsible person means you gotta worry and drive yourself crazy. How is it if I'm actually a father? How the hell would a father be able to deal with this shit? Probably the same way I'm dealing with right now. Lose sleep, stress, and drive yourself crazy over it. But Reverend, I had a long life with this dog of mine. And I cherish those memories. I got memories and pictures. I don't want to lose her, but, eventually I'm going to lose her. And I got to deal with that eventuality. I'm going to drive myself crazy at this point. And once I lose her, I don't know how the hell I'm going to be able to deal with myself. She's like a constant presence in my life, and once I lose her, I don't know how the hell I'm going to be able to deal with anything else, or let alone the idea of trying to get another dog in my lifetime, and spending a lifetime trying to get to know this dog. And what I'm afraid of is what happens when I pass away. The dog's still there. I've seen too many postings, too many postings on Facebook concerning about dogs being sent back over to the pound because something happened to the owner. I don't want that to happen to any dog. It's like sending a kid back over to the foster system because the people doing the fostering, they can't do it for whatever reason. And the hardest damn thing is to break up a family. And I hate doing that to myself. I hate doing that to any dog. A dog to me is a kid. I equate more with kids, dogs being kids than I do with the humans being kids. And it takes an adjustment period with the dog to let them get used to you and you get used to their behavior, and it takes a while. And there's got to be a routine set up for it. Dave may have thought a long time ago I'd be a good parent. I don't know. I didn't like kids then, and I still don't like them now. I tolerate the little bastards, but that's about it. Dogs are almost just as bad. But they don't understand it or the comprehension. I didn't want to do that to any other dog. Wouldn't be right, it wouldn't be fair. And I'd want to love another dog. Hell of a thing for me to wake up to this morning, isn't it? Anyway. I really was on it, aren't I? Alright. It's 20 after 4. I still got more than half an hour. Let's see what happens. I'll talk to you later, Reverend.